Hey everybody, it's me. I'm up early on a Saturday morning and I've already done a load of clothes, and I thought I'd continue with my journal. I have been working a little bit more on it, the inside pages, but I was going to show you how I trace, because I covered this part here and I didn't show you how I covered that part, but the outside is the same. Don't want you to see me, I'm in my nightie. But just get a piece of cardstock or whatever you want to cover it with, and what I do is I just line it up right there where that fold is, and you just trace it with a pencil, which I did not get out. Let's get all that down, and that down. You'll be trimming anyway, freehanded. And I've messed up a lot of stuff doing this too, but like I said, it's mine. Or a lot of times you're going to ink anyway, and you can always correct it. Yeah, my dryer, I have a gas dryer. Anybody else have a gas dryer? It freaked me out. I'd never had a gas dryer before I moved into this house. Came with the house. We got lucky, all the appliances came with it. And that striker for that gas, oh, come on, it's like, what is that noise? What is it doing? See, it just... And you just cut out around it until you get it right. I cut inside the line because I didn't want it the same size. Just cut that on. And inside this line. And yeah, I'm using my scissors. I don't know, most people can cut a pretty straight line, especially people that, like us, that are used to doing this stuff. I can't hardly see, I got a glare. And I'm gonna just curve that around and then see what I got here. Those pieces are way too small to use. Hey sweetie, I'm doing a video.
Okay.
And I just try to line it up here. And I look at it and realize it's just a tad too big. So I'm going to cut it on this line here. Tad too long. So I'm just going to cut that. Is it going to be crooked? Maybe. Do I care? Not really. I have decided I am going to give this one to Bailey because the paper line that I chose, it was very child-oriented, winter, so I think I'm going to give it to her as one of her Christmas presents. And she'll be able to put pictures in it, and gift tags and things like that from her presents. Okay, I think that's good. Alright, so I'm going to ink that up. The ink I've been using is the Studio G, and I have no idea what color it is because Studio G doesn't put colors on theirs. I said my sponge has just about had it. Yeah, hubby's been out in the yard already this morning before it got too hot. I want to make sure I was still recording. Out there cutting down some pop-up weeds. My whole yard is nothing but a big weed patch. So, and it's been so hot that I hadn't been out in the yard. It's been so wet, couldn't get in the yard. Okay. Alright. And I will show you the pages that I've selected for the inside. And I'm still thinking about doing some things to the cover. I mean, thinking about what I do to the cover. Look at all the green blobs. Yeah, it's messing up my... Okay. Sorry about that. Doesn't really matter. Everything's green anyway. I just want to get the little blobby things off of there. Alright, now. This is basically, I'm just going to do the same thing that I did on the other side. And then, to put some glue on it, I am going to use a different kind of glue. Just to show you that you can use all different kinds of glue. I'm going to use my tacky glue. And this is a very old container of tacky glue. I just got those new glue where they sit up like that, and I just changed out the cap. So, should have taken my glasses off. I'm doing close-up work. Just around like this. You don't need a lot of glue when using this kind of glue. You don't need a lot. Especially if you get next to the edges, it's going to squish like that, and I just kind of smear it back in. Okay, up here. I use my ATG, my glue runner, on some of the stuff, and I didn't like the way it turned out. Sometimes ATG is not the best choice. Okay. Alright, and sometimes you just take your finger and smear it to the edges, so you know it's going to stick right there. And then, of course, don't use that finger for anything else. And also, wet glue gives you forgiveness. So if you don't get it in the right spot, you can always, shift it around a little bit. There. Don't want to get it on your fold. There. The good thing about this stuff is you just roll it off your fingers. Oh, and it's taking the ink with it. Yay. Okay, that's it. I thought I'd put maybe something else along that edge. I was just going to show you how I did the cover. This is just the cover, and I do have some other pieces that I'm going to put on the cover. So that's what that looks like. I'm going to put something over that to cover that up, because you can't see the magnets on that because it's a solid color. But this is wet. I'm going to put this up here, and yes, I know it's the same color, that's why I put the green on it. And then this is going to go in the center, kind of on pop dots. I may pop it all up. And then down here I found some really cute sentiments in the paper line, so I'm probably going to cut one of those out and put it here on pop dots. But that's my cover, how it's coming together. And let me put this back. I've got them in two separate places, because this is the red around there is Martha Stewart glitter glue garnet. I want something dark because it's Christmassy, and the whole paper line that I'm using is old-fashioned. This it is crepe paper bundled up, and this is the 12 by 12 stack. And whenever I was cutting the papers, I realized I didn't know this. Nobody told me this. In all of the videos I've watched of journal making, nobody told me this. The more you stack the papers together, they don't line up at the edge. So, I don't know how I'm going to address that problem. I'm not going to address it on this particular journal, but I don't know how I may address it in future journals. But see, the paper line is, this is how it's going to go in, but the paper line is so cute. And what I was going to do is, what I did with these were 12 by 12 sheets, and I cut them down to 8.5 by 11, which is, a piece of paper folded over, and it fits just perfect in here. Show you, like that. Once it gets bound, like that. Watch, see, it fits just perfect, like that. And so it's the 8.5 by 11 papers. I mean, they were 12 by 12, and I cut them down to 8.5 by 11. I will show you my waist, which is not really waist. This was my waist on the pages, which these can be made into tags for the book. These can be made to decorate the blank pages in the book, because it's not double-sided. But I found some child's lettering paper to put in here. It actually has like a little hole. Let me show you. I'll show you what I found. I found it at Walmart. I also got me some graph paper, because Cheryl, Deli Girl 1961, recommended that. It's Mead writing paper, and it's PK through one. But it has this little hole right here, and all of the papers have that hole. I thought it was kind of weird. Anyway, I thought, well, that's a perfect opportunity to use it in this book. So, that'll be, I've got the pages the way I want them. Open it up, and I was going to decorate, either stamp or put a pocket in here, or someplace for her to put a picture. She can write, because she'll be writing by Christmas. She's pre-K. She can already write Mommy and Daddy, and she read one of my little yard flags to me. It was the Minnie Mouse, and she said, look, your yard flag says, be happy. And I said, how did you know that? But then that, of course, that's blank, and I got to decorate that, and it opens like this, and then this, and then more writing paper. There's kids making snow angels and sleigh riding. Blank, and then that's got something there. Blank, writing paper, mittens. Then this is all blank, so I thought I'd do some stamping and pockets and places for pictures for her. And then the mittens again, writing paper the other side, and then it just continues on like that, like that. Yeah. Ta-da. More writing paper. Oops, this one. See. But then you decorate the white space. You can decorate that. So that's how that's going to go in. And remember when I said I put the gussets in? And when I said the pages in, I put it in there, and with the tags and pictures and stuff like that, it's thick. It'll be thick. There'll be plenty of room in there. Anyway, that's what I've done so far, and that's how you cover this. And I'm going to put maybe some decorative paper here. Probably something to match the trees, that little tree oval that I'm going to put. So I'll probably put that on there. Anyway, that's where I've gotten so far. And once I get the cover done, then I'll come back and I'll do my final video, because this is just a tutorial of the cover. And then maybe I'll show you how I decorate the pages and put those in, if you're interested. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. Bye.